You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. Better days are coming. You won't always wake up in the morning with a heavy heart. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. I remember sitting alone thinking I'd hit rock bottom, but during that tough time, I met people who shared lessons with me that helped me get through it. These lessons might be just what you need right now. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without action. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. It is indeed very hard to move on, but once you do, you'll realize it was your best decision. Don't just love yourself, have respect for yourself. If you don't, other people will have no problems walking all over you. Never was anything great achieved without danger. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Don't be discouraged. It's often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. There's no point in being grown up if you can't act a little childish sometimes. A happy marriage is a long conversation which always seems too short. Often there is a time gap between knowing better and doing better. We are all the bad guy in someone's story. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. By perseverance, the snail reached the ark. Grief and resilience live together. The most valuable currency is not money, but time. Spend it wisely. Keep going. Everything you need will come to you at the perfect time. When you try to please everybody, you almost always please nobody. Don't worry about what other people are thinking about you because everyone is only thinking about themselves. Intuition is something that is ahead of accurate knowledge. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. Sometimes it's the thought of someone leaving you which is more painful than the pain you feel when someone leaves you. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shameless. Only a man who has felt ultimate despair is capable of feeling ultimate bliss. When you build in silence, people don't know what to attack. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Sometimes you need to stop seeing the good in people and start seeing what they show you. The people who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. You owe nothing to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present self. You spend your first 20 years worrying what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. If you're going to apologize, don't say but after. Either you mean it or you don't. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. Don't correct people if you could just as easily let it slide. How much you can learn when you fail determines how far you will go in achieving your goals. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. It is important that we forgive ourselves for making mistakes. We need to learn from our errors and move on. Being alone is a power very few can handle. Your direction is more important than your speed. Dream it, wish it, do it. You've got to know when it's time to turn the page. Listen more than you speak, for wisdom often comes from silence. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. The only place where your dream becomes impossible is in your own thinking. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Even if you are on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Wake up with determination. Go to bed with satisfaction. Sometimes the wrong choices bring us to the right places. Tell the truth, or someone will tell it for you. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. We must bring our own light to the darkness. Life isn't about living in the past or living for the future. It's about living in the now. There is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't. Never back down from a real challenge. They give the best lessons in life. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions, and never know too much to learn something new. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them, just find a new way to stand. If it makes you nervous, you're doing it right. True wisdom requires both thinking with our head and understanding with our heart. Don't be busy, be productive. Forever is composed of nows. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. If you believe it will work out, you'll see opportunities. If you believe it won't, you will see obstacles. Sometimes letting things go is an act of far greater power than defending or hanging on. The first duty of a man is to think for himself. Share your progress, not your goals, and you'll always be motivated. Your comfort zone will destroy your dreams. There never exists a relationship without self-interest. In short, every one of us for sure is selfish. If we all did the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. Whatever is causing you worrying or pain right now won't cause you worrying or pain forever. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. You are either part of the problem or part of the solution. Never overlook contempt. When someone views you with contempt and talks to you like you're beneath them, they will likely do you harm, whether relationally, socially, or physically. Remove that person from your life. There are no limits to what you can achieve on your journey through life except in your mind. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. Learn from what people do, not from what they tell you. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Sometimes which choice you make is not as important as making a choice and committing to it. Let's not waste any energy fighting things that are outside our control. Given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. We must bring our own light to the darkness. Life isn't fair, it's just fairer than death, that's all. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. One day you'll laugh at how much you let this matter. Hence, you can make any impossible thing possible by yourself only. There are two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, the other is as though everything is a miracle. Your mistakes don't define you. The bad phase of your life can start at any time. Your attitude determines your direction. Procrastination is the thief of time. Collar it. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. When you find yourself in a difficult situation and everything is going against you, never give up, because this is the place and time when everything will change. A real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided. Stop expecting others to give you more respect than the respect you give yourself. Focus on your goal. Don't look in any direction but ahead. Learn to cook a few basic dishes. It's a valuable life skill. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. Writing down is the best way to remember. Pause this video and comment below your favorite quotes. Do not let the shadows of your past darken the doorstep of your future. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Sometimes which choice you make is not as important as making a choice and committing to it. You'll learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. Go forth on your path as it exists only through your walking. There are two types of people who will tell you that you cannot make a difference in this world: those who are afraid to try, and those who are afraid you will succeed. What consumes your mind controls your life. Keep your mouth shut whenever you are happy. Keep your mouth shut whenever you are sad. Life is too short to waste time hating anyone. Failure is not proof, it is information. It's not the load that keeps you down, it's how you carry it. True love never has a happy ending because there is no ending to true love. If there was nothing wrong in the world, there wouldn't be anything for us to do. You can't make people love you the way you love them. Don't get burned twice by the same flame. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. People don't resist change, they resist being changed. A warrior is someone who gets up even when he can't. You cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. Focus on the good. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. All women give you her body, you try to flirt with them. There is time for everything. Life doesn't care about your vision. You just got to roll with it. Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you. Your life is your story. Write well, head it often. Take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures. It's in these moments that we often find the most joy. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. If you give up on your dreams, what's left? You don't need a new day to start over. You only need a new mindset. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. There's no shame in saying I don't know. Nobody has all the answers. Your wound is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. If a woman is angry, it means she is not only wrong, but also she knows it. If you're not dating to marry, you're dating for a heartbreak. Let that sink in and be in a serious relationship. If someone's words do not match their actions, get away from them. Things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. People tend to complicate their own lives as if living weren't already complicated enough. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. Success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get a little better than the day before. It all adds up. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. The way you speak to yourself matters the most. What would you do if you weren't afraid? You're going to make a lot of people mad doing what's right for you. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. You never lose your strength. Sometimes you just forget you have it. There are more things likely to frighten us than to crush us. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It's not about having what you want, but wanting what you have. Pay attention to the negative signs that people give off and immediately disconnect from them. This will save you a lot of pain and, more importantly, wasted time. Never keep people in your life if they don't love and respect you as much as you do them. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Regretting won't change your past, and it will end up your future if you continue to do that. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. Never bend your head, always hold it high, look the world straight in the eye. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Speak your mind even if your voice shakes. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument. You can waste your lives drawing lines, or you could live your life crossing them. If you want to find happiness, find gratitude. Don't be afraid you give up the good to go for the great. I guess it comes down to a simple choice. Get busy living or get busy dying. In the end, some of your greatest pains become your greatest strengths. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. If you wish to know how you are spending yours, observe how others waste their time making wrong choices and don't repeat them. I don't know the secret to success, but the secret to failure is trying to please everyone. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Use one without the other and you'll get lost. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. In every success story, you will find someone who has made a courageous decision. To accomplish great things, we must not only act but also dream, not only plan but also believe. Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier. The future is always beginning now. Everyone leaves. Learn how to survive alone. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. People don't think about you as much as you imagine they do. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Accept things as they are. There are two ways to do things, right and again. Your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. Work on you for you. The truth is not for all men, but only for those who seek it. There is no traffic jam along the extra mile. Don't chase women instead. Focus on your growth, values, and cultivating kindness. The right person will find their way to you at the perfect moment without the need for chasing. Never think twice about investments in yourself. They pay dividends for a long time. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. On the other side of a storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. Raise your sail and begin. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. You can't change the past, but can shape your future by learning from it. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Through discipline comes freedom. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. How others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Your past was never a mistake if you learned from it. It is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices. Remember, no effort that we make to attain something beautiful is ever lost. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and what they have planned for you is not much. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by yourself is far superior to being with crappy people. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Start each day with a grateful heart. Don't let your victories go to your head or your failures to your heart. Don't let success go to your head. Don't let failure go to your heart. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. Stop comparing yourself with those who started 10 years before you. Focus on your own journey. Facing your emotions gives you more strength and happiness in the long run than shutting them down or ignoring them. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. One of my biggest life lessons is we heal at the speed of our forgiveness. You can't put a price on self-respect. Do yourself a favor. Get rich. Life gets easier with money, not time. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was ending, he turned into a butterfly. Seek respect, not attention.